Oh my goodness! The Tournament of Nerds! It's happening tonight, right now. You are in the right place, watching the right thing. It's the Tournament of Nerds with me, Hal Rudnick, and can we bring out my my co-host, my pal, Justin Donaldson?
There we are.
Justin,
Hal,
good to see you, buddy.
good to see you as well. I like that countdown music. It really gets me pumped up and ready to go.
Oh yeah, it's like, do you feel like you're in the chute, ready to hit the runway? Is that well, what do you hit when you come out of the chute for a wrestling match? What's that?
How's your weekend going?
My weekend's okay. I just was you figure me a middle-aged Jew, I'm the perfect guy to I just got done hosting an event for the Hip Hop Film Festival. So they knew,
wonderful.
Yeah, so they knew if I'm the guy. I'm the guy. But that was a delight. That was super fun, and otherwise just keeping it pretty low key, keeping it pretty.
Was this another Zoom situation, or
did you? Zoom situation. Yep.
There you go.
Also on it's no secret. I'm not shilling for them, but I don't mind shouting them out. It was also on StreamYard. It was also through StreamYard, which is the app that we are broadcasting through, the broadcast studio. And if there's anyone from StreamYard who's paying attention to this, we would
gotta fix some stuff in the app.
What's that?
Quite frankly, if they're listening, they got to fix some stuff in this app. Quite frankly.
Oh wow! See, I'm trying to court them to maybe get some kind of sponsorship, but you're shots fired at StreamYard.
Yeah, I'm hoping maybe we can use another type of software or whatever this is. I'm not a fan.
So not only are you having an issue with StreamYard, you want to jump from StreamYard to like Streamhouse.
Look, we don't have to. That's why I'm hoping someone from StreamYard is listening. If you are, please contact us. Reach out. Fix our issues.
What are your issues with StreamYard?
I can't be diagonal.
I mean, isn't that most most of these applications?
I have no idea. I don't know how this even happens, to be completely honest.
Well, I'll tell you partly how it happens. We have some amazing producers, Steve Sotelo and Adam Macias, holding it down. They've been with us for every show that we've done here. And
for all I know, they're the creators of StreamYard.
There they are.
We're not, but we would like some StreamYard.
Definitely not. Definitely not.
Hey, Adam, real quick, did you bring that ukulele with you back from Hawaii?
I did. I got this from Hawaii.
Oh, wow. That was that some sort of native pronunciation? The way you just said
that's what I learned. I studied. I really got to know the culture at the Courtyard Marriott that I was staying at, and that's how they taught me how to say it.
What island? What island?
Kauai. Kauai.
Oh my god.
And this is from a person from Kauai. They designed this. They built it right on the island, and now I'm going to play you guys a song. And definitely don't cut.
All right, bye.
Oh man.
Adam and Steve, our pals, Adam and Steve.
See, now we're on the other side. We were on the opposite side earlier, and now we've switched. This StreamYard. We switched again.
I'm getting dizzy. Honestly, I'm getting dizzy. Justin, how's your weekend? Fill us in on anything you've been up to this weekend.
Man, this weekend, let me tell you. I think probably what I've been looking forward to all weekend is you telling us who our judges are.
You know what? Let's do that. But real first, for those of you joining us for the first time, this is the Tournament of Nerds, where we have 8 bloodthirsty nerds in our virtual green room. Each of them are going to be debating on behalf of a pop culture character, real or fictional, and we're going to whittle it down from 8 to 4 to 2 to 1 nerd to rule them all. Fuck yeah. All right. And we've got an awesome, delightful, brilliant, handsome, and beautiful group of judges to help us decide these battles. First off, she has been a longtime friend of the show, debating, judging, and just being very kind and wonderful every time she joins us. Actress, writer, comedian, part of the Disney animated universe, Danny Fernandez.
Yes, thank you. Oh my gosh, my face is so big compared to y'all. Thanks, Okay, there we go.
Yeah, maybe that's one of the.
I was gonna get even
StreamYard.
closer. Yes.
Get up close to the camera. It looks like you're in a '90s rap video when you do that. It's like,
Oh
fish
my
eye.
gosh. Yeah. Oh my gosh. Look at how big I can make my forehead look. What's up, guys? I'm just here, had my AMC Stubs card. Just
Oh yeah, no big deal.
I'm actually, and just came back from AMC, so not sponsored by AMC.
Did you check out a little Candyman?
I did watch Candyman, yeah. Yeah. And I'll watch anything with Yaya in it, you guys. He's the best. Love
hell
it.
Yeah.
Mhm.
I mean, it took my heart, in Watchmen, and now it's just can't wait. Looking forward to it.
Do you want to know something really sick about me? Is whenever I get these, I really just fill them with water. I just want a big thing of like sparkling water. And so I just buy one of these and I get like it's sick, you guys. This should be filled with Coke and other.
Just regular sparkling water.
Yeah,
All right.
nobody should be paying. No, but these are expensive. But that's what I do. That is a
You
trick for you guys.
You get a snack too?
Yeah, I got fruit snacks because I'm a full-grown adult. So,
Danny, you do.
why'd you make that face? Why'd you make the face?
I mean, I'm just like, you do you. There's nothing wrong with that. I'm just like,
I get water and fruit snacks.
I mean,
I'm
that's
the
not me.
worst.
I'm gonna get diet cherry or Coke Zero cherry and popcorn.
Okay, I respect it. This is a waste of money. I'm sorry. Please
what?
bring out the other judges.
All right. Listen,
Let's see what they're drinking.
Let's find out what they have when they go to the movies. This next judge, he's a super funny comedian. He's judged our live show before. This is our first time having him in our virtual online show. And comedian, podcast host. You can check out his podcast, Dark Weeb. And he's an all-around chill, awesome dude, Brody Reed.
Hey guys, what's up? I'm trying to do the opposite of Danny.
Oh
I'm
my
trying to have my head as small as possible.
Brody is the tiniest I've ever seen him.
Hey guys, thank you so much for having me on the show. My dad
Wait, is
said
this
I could
Brody
stay
Reed
up till
or
11, so
no Brody Reed.
I wish. Imagine if I had a son who looked exactly like me and talked like me, with my same deep voice, but also was a real scamp. I think that'd be so sick.
Maybe one day. There's still time, Brody. Brody, by the way, there's a site called, there's a Twitter handle called Room Rater that rates people's rooms when they are like a talking head on TV or CNN or something. I like that impressive bookcase. Like, I would give you high marks on Room Rater.
Well, this is a Zoom background, so I look smart when I have meetings. But thank you so much.
It's working. It's working. I want to find a bookcase picture to put instead of this. Damn, I want to call you Professor Brody.
You can call me Dr. Strange Brody.
Dr. Strange Brody.
Yeah.
He's a doctor and he's very strange.
And I'm very
he's not
strange.
Dr. Strange. He's just
It's
a
Dr.
strange doctor.
Strange Brody.
Brody, thanks so much for being here, pal. Always appreciate you being a part of this.
Absolutely.
Good times. Oh, and then our final judges. What? Yes, we have a duo. Some of the coolest folks: Jason Inman, Ashley V. Robinson, Ringo Award nominees for their comic book, Jupiter Jet, and just all around, just mega nerds in the best way possible. I love their wealth of knowledge and just a couple of delightful human beings. Jason and Ashley,
they're ready for us. I don't care how much of an upper you need. Come on.
Oh God.
Yeah, sorry. Come on. Sorry.
Look, I put pants on for everyone.
Look, when you have a prop door, you got to use it.
yes. So in the world of that bit, Jason?
It was terrible. I'm sorry.
No, it was great. It was great.
Yeah,
I
it
just
was
want to know
bad. I'm
what
sorry.
was the upper? Was it espresso, or were we like, cutting up fat rails of Ritalin?
I'm a big believer in the mystery box. Just like Rise of Skywalker, I'm just going to say Palpatine's alive and let you figure it out.
Damn. Okay, thank you for that, and thank you for just like serious nerd knowledge in that answer. Ashley, what a delight to see you. Thank you for being here.
I just want to say I went from a performer to judge in only one episode, so I think I have the fastest trajectory of all the competitors on the show.
Oh, hell yeah. Well, I mean, I love this husband and wife judging team. And so Danny and Brody each are going to vote after each match. And then you two, we're going to see your deliberations in real time.
Oh, interesting. All right. So you want to hear them as
They
well?
want us to fight.
Oh, whatever.
okay.
Up to you.
We're the mini tournament.
Mhm.
This is why I'm
That would
single,
be-
so I don't have to debate my vote. You know what I mean? I'm an independent man.
You only own 50% of your
I mean,
opinion.
that might be the smart choice for Tournament of Nerds, but it was the bad choice in terms of sex options during the pandemic.
Yeah,
Wow.
real lonely.
Listen, all you need is Pornhub and a belt.
Thank you.
No,
Wow.
OnlyFans.
Jesus.
Hey, people.
I forgot. Can we cuss on this? I'll try to keep it.
Oh yeah, you can.
I'll try. I was like, I'll try to keep it R, not NC-17.
Listen, if there's one thing we know about Danny Fernandez, girl likes to get raw. So
Wow.
Yeah.
uh,
Surprised you're not wearing
um,
a red leather suit tonight, Danny.
I know.
but yes, Ashley, thank you for shouting out OnlyFans. Support your sex workers out there. Sex work is real work. OnlyFans, keeping it porno. Congrats on the reversal. And yeah, on that note, Justin, anything to add? Anything to add about OnlyFans?
I think we need to keep pushing forward. I feel like we have spent enough time rambling incoherently. I
All
think
right.
we need to get to the meat and potatoes of this thing.
Let's jump into it. Let's see what the first matchup of the night is. Whoa! Two iconic characters.
Who
Jack
both
Burton.
wear white wife beaters.
Yes.
It's the battle of the dirty white wife beater.
Wow. I mean, now, Justin, I think maybe it might be time to retire the term wife beater.
You're already canceled.
Now, I'm sorry. That dude and the goatee that grows in before the beard are all ingrained into me.
Yeah, it's
Gotcha.
partner beater now. Everyone get it right. We're
Wow.
trying to include- I was trying to make a joke, Danny.
I'm here for it. I'm sorry. I'll stop replying. Wow.
A very good one.
I just called them dirty undershirts, tank tops,
Let's start calling them whiteys.
whiteys.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I think we went into worse territory.
Yeah, Justin, put away the shovel. You're digging this hole. All right. Debating on behalf of Cameron Poe is Jason Wayne Christian.
Deep in character.
Deep in character.
Deep
Handcuff.
in
Show us those cuffs,
character.
Cameron Poe.
Good cuffs.
Wow. Thank you for taking those out of the toy chest to use as part of your costume. And debating on behalf of Jack Burton from Big Trouble in Little China, Kevin Guti.
Neither of them wearing their
All the
whiteys now.
reflexes.
Nice. All right. But Kevin's got a tank top. Jason, are you wearing a shirt? Oh, yeah, he's got it. They
Mhm.
both got tank tops.
Yeah, they both got whiteys on, but they're different colors. It's got a
Yeah,
black
different
whitey and a
color
gray
whitey.
whitey.
I think there's a lesson to be learned there about racial diversity.
Deep in character. Let's get this one started, Hal.
All right, Justin, who's going first here?
It's a minute on the clock for somebody.
Okay.
I'll be a
Alright,
gentleman.
I don't
I'll let
have
my
to-
opponent go first.
All right, a minute on the clock for
Who wants to go first?
a minute on the clock for Jack Burton, Big Trouble in Little China, Kevin Guti, and go.
You just listened to the old Pork Chop Express on a balmy Saturday night. Good to see Cameron Poe was able to take time away from organizing backyard wrestling matches. And since he has to be up early tomorrow morning to sell samurai swords out of a van at a flea market tomorrow morning, I'll make this quicker than I dumped Gracie Law. Cameron Poe, more like Cameron Poe white trash. Ha! What have you been up to since you brought down a prison transport? Probably besides owing 6 months child support while being a 4chan troll in your local library's computer. Perhaps trying to convince anyone who stops by your station at Costco for free beef teriyaki that the earth is really flat. You know what's worse than your accent? Princess Leia's English accent she did in the first 10 minutes of Star Wars and the Miraculously Forgot. We wish we'd forget you. Cameron Poe is such a garbage character that his main song on Con Air soundtrack is How Do I Live by Leanne Rimes, the sound of a real badass. What happened? Cruel Summer by Bananarama was spoken for already? Hey, nice mullet there, Cameron. You're that same asshole to go to a Guns N' Roses concert wearing a GNR t-shirt. And your quotes. Your quotes are trash, too. Put the bunny back in the box. You know, old Jack Burton always says at a time like this, old Jack always says, time to reach something above a Bernstein Bears level.
Time. All right. Shots fired, calling him a flat earther, among other things. Let's get a minute on the
clock. Cameron
for
Poe.
and go.
Jason
I
Lane.
must say, I take umbrage with a number of things that have been discussed so far. First off, I've heard my garment called a wife beater, and I want to stress that I'm a wife saver. Hence the entire reason I ended up in prison. But and as for you, Jack, you can say what you want about me, but don't you go speaking ill about my baby girl. Now, as for me, I believe in three things, and I believe in them with all my heart, and that's creative problem solving, the use of violence, and airplanes. Much like the Raytheon Hawker 800 that I flew on in my fateful prison journey. Now, it is true that a odd convict by the name of Swamp Thing did have to crash that on the Las Vegas Strip, despite McCarran Airport literally being a stone's throw away. But I'll be damned if that weren't a harrowing adventure. Unfortunately, it did land me back in prison, but I did get to spend my baby girl's birthday with her. And I taught her all about all my favorite airplanes, like the Cessna Skyline RG and the Beechcraft Duchess, two wonderful forms of airline travel. Now, as for you, Jack, you seem like a real tough guy, but I'll let you know I'm not afraid of men who think that they're big, like that DEA agent with the face too small.
Time. 30-second
All right.
rebuttal round.
30-second rebuttal round.
Jack Burton.
And go.
Your baddest villain was Cyrus the Virus. Where'd he get that name from? Acid burn or crash override? I had to face 3 storms and a god. You had to deal with Dave Chappelle and a dude in a dress. Were the land is too busy for you, cutie pie? Don't worry, though. I kept your wife Trisha Poe busy while you were in jail. It's all in the reflexes. I'd rather let Garland Green babysit my kid rather than you be my dad every other weekend. What does Casey and her bunny have to look forward to for food at your house? Hot dogs and SpaghettiOs in a can? Her farts must smell worse than your BO. I bet your wife just wished you went back to Vegas to that country music concert at Mandalay Bay 3 years ago and faced open fire.
Time.
30-second rebuttal round. Cameron Poe.
Go.
Well, right off the bat, if you witness my plane crash, you'll know that I can get shot and not stop. And right now, I'm going to show you that God does exist, because I don't take kindly to you speaking ill of my beautiful wife. And as for that young man in the dress, I think you'll find his name was Sally Can't Dance. And while I may not appreciate his lifestyle, I will ask for you to respect him as an individual. The same way that I made good friends with a young man by the name of O-Dog, who happened to really enjoy some coconut pink snowballs that my wife would send to me in care packages. Such a kind-hearted woman does not deserve the slanderous words that you are throwing at her with such vitriol.
Time. All right. Wow. Just a collision of tank tops, never before seen. I mean, I could smell those tank tops from here.
Cal,
Danny,
I learned one thing in this. I learned that I don't remember Con Air at all.
All right. Good to all those references lost on Justin.
I felt the same way.
All right. We'll
It's like
see,
hearing my story for the first time every time.
will it be the last time? Danny Fernandez, where do you weigh in on this?
Look, I have to say, if you watch the first 10 minutes of Star Wars, you close your eyes, that's Princess Di. That's Princess Di right there. You can't tell the difference. Okay. So the accent, I don't know what you're talking about, Jack. That was a perfect, beautiful British accent from Carrie Fisher. God rest her soul. I really could just talk about her the rest of this time. I did want to say, I lived in the South, and Cam, I don't know, I love your accent. Also feels like low-key racist somehow. I don't know how, but it just does. And who am I voting for, though? Both arguments were super, super strong, but I got to give it to Cam and his beautiful baby girl. So
Thank you, sweetheart. I appreciate that.
All right.
I wish David Lopan would try and marry her off and sacrifice her to the god. 6 demon bag ought to cure.
All right. Jack Burton not feeling it, but that's one for Cameron Poe. Let's go to Brody Reed.
Okay, I'm gonna do my best to be an impartial judge. I have not seen Con Air. I know that is a sin in some film Twitter's eyes. I have seen Chinatown. What is it?
Big Trouble in Little Chinatown, starring Jack Nicholson and Kurt Russell.
Faye Dunaway.
And
Faye Dunaway and Kurt Russell.
And I did not like it. So that's just where I'm coming from.
Right on. Live your truth, my friend.
Thank you so much. Great accents, both of you. I will say, let's see, Little Chinatown guy, you referenced some stuff. You referenced a lot of stuff, actually. Cruel Summer by Bananarama. How'd you know? Are you in my Spotify? What's going on?
Listen, it's an esoteric reference we all can appreciate.
Yeah, for sure. And Mr. I think you're played by who? Christian Slater, John Travolta. I don't remember who's in Con Air, but I love the atmosphere, drip-in atmosphere. You haven't looked at the camera in a bit, and I really appreciate that commitment to the character. So I think I'm gonna give you my vote.
I appreciate that. Thank you very much.
That's 2 for Cameron Poe. Cameron Poe, Jason Wayne Christian, you are moving on. That's an insurmountable lead. Kevin Gucci.
I still want to hear
from
the names.
Yes. Let's hear from Jason and Ashley. Our winner has been decided, but give us a taste. What were your thoughts on this? Real time.
We have to go first with the first time ever Tournament of Nerds judge here.
Film Twitter can stay away from Brody because I've seen neither of these movies and have no frame of reference. You both played men I would cross the street to avoid. Jack Burton, you look and sound like a bartender in New York who tried to give me a drink I didn't order one time. And Cameron, I have to say, you give me the vibes of a drunk August Southern Belle, who is the lead of a Tennessee Williams play. So you have my heart just on that.
I appreciate that, young woman. Thank you very much.
I would have gone Cameron as well for 2 reasons. One, Jack Burton, Cameron does not use computers. We all know this. And 2, there's only one of these men that I've ever used as a GIF, and that's why I have to go with Cameron.
Oh, I mean, that is the grand arbiter.
Yeah.
Great job, though, both of you guys.
Cameron
yeah,
Poe
good
is
job.
moving on to round 2.
Jason Wayne moving on. But Kevin Gucci, it was his first tournament in Nerds. I think give him a round of applause.
Great Kurt Russell.
Kevin, you
Great
brought it, and it was, you know what, you were nonstop zingers, digs. Appreciate where you're coming from, and we hope to have you back, my friend.
We'd love to. In the meantime, don't forget, check out my podcast, guttingthesacredcow.com, for where you can find everything there. But Gutting the Sacred Cow, real fast, we had Hal Rudnick on it. Here's the premise. We invite our guests to pick a film that they find overrated or hate. But here's the twist. The film has to meet one of these criteria: widely beloved, critically acclaimed, or financial success. So no dunking on Friday the 13th Part 8. We all know it's a piece of shit. So these films, happy films that people love or hate or whatever, but they have to be something of stature. Hal came on and did the Departed. But this week we had Revenge of the Nerds. This upcoming week we have Ocean's 11. And following up to that, we'll have Whiplash on, as well as, God damn it, Social Network. So those are some of the films we've done that are upcoming. And check it out, guttingthesacredcow.com.
Oh, yeah. Revenge of the Nerds. Very problematic in retrospect.
A little bit.
But I had so much fun being on your podcast and just taking some of the piss out of The Departed. And Kevin, thank you for being here tonight and bringing the fun. You were really good and so much.
Thanks again,
so much
folks.
fun.
Thanks again, Hal. Take care, everyone. Nice meeting you all.
Thanks, brother.
Hal, let's see what that next matchup is.
Our next matchup.
Miles from Sideways versus Nicole from White Lotus.
This is the collision of bougie white people. Miles, the wine snob, against Nicole Mossbacher, the matriarch of the Mossbacher clan on the White Lotus. Justin, please introduce representing Miles.
I don't have the lineup, Hal.
Gotcha. All right. Representing Miles from Sideways, Michael Brown. Michael Brown. Oh yes, got wine in hand. I am feeling this Sideways vibe right here.
Are you staying in from Santa Barbara?
Are you in a motel?
No, I'm actually staying I'm staying at my mother's house right now because I couldn't make my rent. But that's thank you for pointing that out.
Relatable.
I thought he was staying in a motel in Napa Valley. He's so deep in character. And we'll see if our next if his opponent is staying in Hawaii right now, representing Nicole.
I know who this is. Want me to do this one?
What's that?
Robin Higgins.
Robin Higgins. There she is, Nicole Mossbacher, the matriarch of the Mossbacher clan. What a collision.
Thanks for taking time away.
Chardonnay will be spilt this
Let's get
round.
a minute on the clock.
Minute on the clock for Miles from Sideways. And go.
Okay, well, it's great. I love coming here for another popularity contest. I read the email too quickly, and I thought maybe somebody was going to have me come talk about my books, but that's okay. This is good too. I love to be crushed under the boot of capitalism. Who's somebody who's rich enough to go on vacation literally her whole life. When she dies, CNN is going to write about it, and when I die, I'll be lucky to get a few lines in the newspaper. I'm not going to have any kids to call up to put my obituary in there. I am divorced. My ex-wife has children in a sick, disgusting way that gives me pride. But she's the head of a search engine. Like, we need another search engine. Yeah, we got Google, lady. We could all go to Google. We could go to Google. We can go to Ask Jeeves. If you got, nobody uses this garbage. I just say, I think I got long COVID. I can't even taste this wine. The one thing in the world that gives me pleasure. I can't smell it and I can't taste it.
Time. Wow, Paul Giamatti's character he's a long hauler. Minute on the clock for Nicole Mossbacher, Robin Higgins, and go.
Sorry, just one sec. Oh my gosh. Hi, all. I'm so glad to be here tonight. My son told me this is such a great place for people with no friends to get human companionship. I just think that is amazing. I mean, I personally don't have any experience with being a reject, but I'd have to imagine it's a pretty lonely experience. Speaking of being a reject, I'm so sorry, but sir, I just have to ask, are you okay? I hear you're a writer, but I find that surprising because writers usually tend to be charming. See, this is what happens when women start to move on without men. They just have no purpose and sort of fizzle out. I mean, sure, feminism has been good to me and Sheryl Sandberg, but is it really worth emasculating our men? Oh, no. Wendy, yeah, I can talk. No, I'm just sitting here. Yeah. I got my glass of Merlot just doing nothing. No, is that so? Is that
Time. Oh, shots fired. 30-second rebuttal round. Let's go to Miles from Sideways and go.
First of all, Merlot is complete garbage and makes me so angry to see somebody drinking it. Pinot Noir is the good wine. It's a perfect. Also, yes, everything you said is correct. I am a failure. I am not charming. I have nothing going for me. I'm trying to write an epic fantasy right now that I want to plug. It's called The Last Dreamer, and it's about a man named Giles who works in a kitchen and sees life pass him by. Everybody gets adventures except him. Everything she said is right. It's all right. I'm human garbage. And I can't think of a more poetic way to say it.
Owning it. All right, 30 seconds on the clock. Rebuttal round. Nicole Mosbacher, go.
I'll hand it to you, sir. You really have a lot of pent-up energy. That is quite impressive. It actually reminds me of this time I was talking to Elon. Oh, sorry, you people probably know him as Mr. Musk. Anyway, we were in his micro yacht. Sorry again. Y'all know what a micro yacht is? No? It's a yacht that swims in the pool of a larger yacht. And he was telling me that tiny bald men are the best employees because they hate their families and themselves. And it's true because look at Mr. Musk. I mean, gosh darn it, if he just the angriest little person ever and he just gets to work.
Time. All right. Wow. How about it? That was something else. Let's go to the judges to hear their thoughts. Let's start with our married comic book writers, dynamic duo, Jason and Ashley. Please.
Well, again, this is so interesting because we have to come up with our singular vote.
I also don't know
together.
who any of these characters are. So I can't wait for the next round.
First off, Nicole, I love your background. I feel that you have joined the London Adventurers Club, which I think is I'm looking forward to your safari movie. But, I love that we got to see Paul Giamatti complain about COVID, like Sisyphus pushing a rock up a hill, that it's long COVID. But for me, I mean, would be my 0.5. Anybody that accidentally uses a cat prop gets a win, and I would give it to Sideways. Who would you give it to?
I gotta echo that because you never work with animals and pets, but he made it work.
Yeah, we're going Sideways.
All right, the cat cameo takes one vote for Miles from Sideways. Let's go to Danny Fernandez. Danny.
I just feel like we're being spoiled so much with these accents. It's like everybody it's like all of the accents are coming out and I am enjoying them and might throw on a pair myself later on, depending on how much wine I have. But I love Nicole's micro yacht. I actually did not know that was a thing because I'm not rich. So I really enjoyed that. And but I gotta go with Miles getting progressively angrier throughout his segment. And what else did I have here? The Ask Jeeve reference too. Also that really got me. Love that. And yeah, I got to go with the COVID long hauler, Miles.
Boom. That's 2-0. Miles from Sideways. Michael Brown moving on. Nicole Mosbacher. I hope this doesn't spoil your family's vacation.
No. The call to China is tomorrow. We're still fine. Yeah. Totally. Okay, great.
She's a woman, boss. She's on the phone doing business, handling her business. She doesn't care. Too busy for Tournament of Nerds. The excellent Robin Higgins, Nicole Mossbacker, Michael Brown, BT Dubs. This is Michael Brown's first Tournament of Nerds, and he is moving on to the second round. Michael. Miles.
Cameron Poe versus Miles, two very sad men in round 2.
Before we move on, Brody Reed, any thoughts on this Sideways versus White Lotus matchup?
Well, I thought the Sideways character was very sad. So obviously excellent work. The White Lotus character I hated. So again, excellent work. Just great job all around. 10 out of 10.
And Brody, I don't want to like pull back the curtain on you on you or anything, but anyone that knows you knows that you are one of the foremost emo boys on Twitter, correct?
Goth boys for sure. I don't want to step on emo toes.
Respect. Sorry.
Slightly different thing. Yeah.
Right on.
Yeah. Yeah, I am goth. Absolutely, 100%.
Hell yeah. Brody Reed, thank you very much. Let's see what the next matchup is.
Sure, if we got time.
Yeah. Whoa! Ace Ventura versus Tyler Perry. Justin, how many times have you and I sat in an IHOP parking lot at 2 a.m. discussing what kind of shit would go down if Ace Ventura
I have never been to an IHOP with you, and I want you to stop telling people I have.
Wow. All right. Justin, you know I love.
That's what happens when you yell at him, Steve.
What you love? Okay.
Steve, Adam, Steve,
man.
What is happening? What happened?
All right, we're back.
He just got really mad.
Representing Ace Ventura, Marianne Weedman.
Alrighty then.
And representing Tyler Perry, Jay Washington.
Yeah. Hold on, Oprah. Oprah, listen, I'm doing something. No, Oprah, I love you too. No, Oprah, hey, I'm talking to Oprah, y'all. Continue.
Making deals. Just Tyler Perry versus Nicole Mossbacker, who's making bigger money moves. Let's put a minute on the clock for Ace Ventura. Ace Ventura going first. And go.
Tyler Perry. I regret my homophobia and transphobia when I kissed Ray Finkel, but your cliched stereotypes about Black culture is just a never-ending business of buffoonery and outdated, exhausting gags. Your mommy drag is not highlighting any issues other than your Oedipus complex. Make a movie about fucking your mother or your granny and get it over with already. Your ego's so big, even Medea's bra straps aren't big enough to support it, Tyler Perry. You're not making art. Thank God we have Spike Lee. You brag that you're the only one in your writer rooms. I guess you're also the only one in your bedroom because your grip on control is so tight that you're the only one who's allowed to hold your dick. You're not a hero for flaunting your generosity to royal refugees Harry and Meghan. Your LA mansion was empty because you don't have the guts to show your face outside of Atlanta. Little baby scared to swim with the big fishies outside of A-Camp. The only place where anyone takes you seriously and consistently kisses your ass. Your monopoly.
Time. Wow. This shots fired. This is surreal. Tyler Perry, a minute on the clock, going back against Ace Ventura. Tyler Perry, and go.
First of all, I'd like to thank BET for all 12 of my shows. Secondly, I'd like to say the last thing this show needs is a white man telling a black man what he should and should not do. Now, coming from a white man who only had 2 movies and no one cared after that, you need to stop talking, sir. You want to talk with your anus. I know about anuses. That is another discussion. Why do you think I stay in Atlanta? I have a child. Eventually, everybody else will be convinced about that too. Okay. I write all of my TV shows and plays because I have a voice that my audience wants to hear, and they want to hear in my dress. Yes, my dear. Okay, we're gonna be doing this right now, my dear. Like I said, look, it's a white man talk. I gotta talk again. Okay. Now listen, I need you not to be trying to do this to me, okay? I have made stage plays, to TVs, to movies. I will buy Ace Ventura. Do you understand? Medea will go to Ace Ventura. You keep playing with me, okay? That is. Hold on, it's Ava. You can stop my time. Yes, Ava. Yes.
Time. Getting a phone call from Ava DuVernay, I believe. Very fancy. All right, 30-second rebuttal round. And Ace Ventura, go.
Ava DuVernay and Jordan Peele are frankly blowing you out of the water, Tyler Perry. You're just a hack, kind of like Ray Finkel. Your monopoly on black cinema has come to an end. Time for some new ideas other than that Medea crap. I'm not saying make a bougie White Lotus, but try a little harder to make something about something other than yourself. You were in Gone Girl as social experiment to see if you could survive being told to do something for 2 seconds by someone other than yourself. Who's her?
Time. All right. Wow. Shots fired big time. Let's see what Tyler Perry has in this 30-second rebuttal round and go.
Medea movies have grossed over $1 billion. Shut your face, equals Ocha. Look here, white devil. It is just like a white man to steal a black woman's innocence, get caught, and then run away. That is what you did, and that's what happened with your franchise. Now, if you keep talking, this will be Tyler Perry takes over Tournament of Nerds. I am trying to be nice to you. Hold on, this is Jordan. Yeah, I got another white woman who wants some white man wants to get out. I don't understand. No. Yeah, we're going to put it on the BET Awards Part 3. Yeah. Look, I have a show called Bruh You Can Do because that describes Ace Ventura's career. Bruh. Okay, it is on BET Plus that you can pay for $7.99. Me and Oprah have put that together.
Time. Wow.
Hal, I would love nothing more than to sell this to Tyler Perry. If we can work this out, Hal, I'm willing to hand this over before this show's over.
So you and I sell Tournament of Nerds.
I'm envisioning he hosts it. He's all 8 debaters, and he produces the show.
You know what? I kind of love that. And I think since the future of live comedy is like dead. BET Plus would be an amazing home for Tournament of Nerds. I love that. TBD, let's see what the judges have to say. Brody Reed, where do you land on this one?
This one's tough for me. I actually don't know either of these characters, but I'm
gonna... You are a black man and you do not know what I do for black people? How dare you speak on this?
Time.
I was just joking. I don't want to be canceled. That man will literally ruin my career. And I have literal fear in me. My heart is beating. So great, Tyler Perry, great job. Very accurate. Ace, first of all, I like that you apologize for the homophobia right off top. I do appreciate that. I don't know what made you the authority on black entertainment, but you did make points. you did make points. That's absolutely true. I did want to hear some more pet stuff. I will say that. And, this one's difficult for me because I did swear to my grandmother on her deathbed that I would not vote for Tyler Perry during any kind of Twitch TV show. Very specific request from her. But I think I got to give it to Tyler.
Tyler, Brody, I have so many questions about that conversation with your grandma, but those will have to wait.
She's very tech savvy.
Thank you, Brody. Let's go to Jason and Ashley.
I mean, I have to award the point, if I can, to Brody's cat, who I really think is stealing the show from everyone.
You can't give it to all the cats.
Why not?
She can.
Oh, she can?
Yeah.
All right, then declare the winner, cat.
Veto.
Don't get that
Veto.
I have to defer to Jason because he made my favorite note about this debate.
Oh, did I?
Yes, this one.
Oh, okay. I wrote down that we all know we're the most nerdiest people on this, so we know that Tyler Perry was in a Star Trek movie, and
we all knew Ventura, that. To be honest,
Ace Ventura. Like I love your hair. I love your movements. I so want to see the movie Amanda Ventura starring you. I think you nail it. But Tyler Perry was in a Star Trek movie, and I think we have to give it to Tyler Perry.
Wow.
You know what? That's the only logical thing y'all can do. Tyler Perry, 2-0. You take this. Marianne Weidman, wonderful job as
I hate to say
Ace
goodbye to the
Ventura.
only tolerable Ace Ventura I've ever encountered, but
Can
here
you,
we go.
Marianne? I love the look and I love everything you brought to the show. You and just consistently awesome. Of course, thank you. Can you, before you go, you will not be moving on. The great Jay Washington moving on to the next round. Tyler Perry. But before you go, can you just give us a couple just plum Ace Ventura catchphrases?
All righty then.
Yes. I love it. I love it. My night is made. Tyler Perry, maybe I don't know if you want to ask your assistant to hold all calls. You're moving on to the next round. Thank you.
I've got auditions to do and some men without shirts, so I'll be waiting.
All right.
Tyler, why are you standing in the middle of your set right now? It is a Saturday night.
You have to get this done. I only have 5 days for production.
Oh, fair. fair.
Non-union, Jason. Non-union.
Oh, yeah, that's right. Atlanta.
All right. Oh, so now it's time for the fourth and final matchup of the first round. Let's see what it is. The Hormone
Monster from Big Mouth versus Cavity Sam from Operation.
Wow, I didn't even know his name was Cavity Sam, the guy from that board game. Representing the Hormone Monster from Big Mouth, Roxy Shabastari.
Oh my gosh.
Wow. I mean, just a round of applause for Stagecraft. Well, let's all just give it up for Stagecraft.
Yeah.
I mean, there, yes. Is that a chef's hat? With it's all happening. Okay, and representing Cavity Sam from Operation, Zane Goose Elderly.
Hello, everyone. Thanks for having me, Helen Justin. Oh, it's great to be out of the hospital.
Wow. The hair.
It's natural.
Just the natural part. And Zane Goose Elderly, aka our man from Operation, is the defending Tournament of Nerds champion. Is the belt nearby? Is there a belt?
It's actually holding up my coffee table. I'll have to get it later. I'm sorry.
Okay, I mean, yeah, that's great. Just use it as a leg for a coffee table during the show. All right. Can't hold that against him, though. Let's get a minute on the clock. We have the Hormone Monster from Big Mouth going first. Minute on the clock, and go.
Hey, man, you're the man, Sam. We're not allowed you and now. You teach kids about body parts, and I teach them how to masturbate. My job's a lot more fun, though. I mean, I give them good advice. Like, when you like someone, you should kick them in the shins to let them know. And you should always run out in the janitor's closet at school. And you should take horseworm medication to cure COVID. Hey, man, I've been around so long. I'm a celebrity hormone monster. I help Dick Cheney through puberty. I help Tiger King through puberty. I help Ted Bundy through puberty, too. He had lots of sex. I helped him learn how to wee-wee, sneeze, and a lady's wee-wee. Hey, man, don't worry that you don't have a dick, okay? I have a big one, and I got one for a nose, too. I have extra.
Time.
Hey, man, I like electro.
All right. Let's get a minute. I'm hearing myself. Can everyone else hear that?
Yes.
Oh. Can somebody mute themselves or? Oh, there
I
it
think
is.
we're good. I think that did it. Let's get a minute on the clock.
Minute on the clock for Cavity Sam from Operation, and go.
Hello, boys and girls. It's your old pal Cavity Sam of Operation Fame. Not to be confused with that son of a bitch, Wooly Willy. Now, you've caught me in pre-op before they take out my wishbone. I know it sounds like a funny condition, but I'll be dead within a week if it doesn't come out. Now, I wanted to take this time to clear up a few things in case I go, okay? No, this is actually me. I sold my rights for basic line health insurance prices that are set in 1965. I'm not kidding. Look at some of these. I can get the funny bone out for $400. That's not even a copay. That's the whole operation. Now, I've never let doctors work on me like this. For Christ's sake, this one's missing his pants and his shoes. I mean, what the hell is that? And I'd also like to reiterate that, no, there were never random children just in the operating area. I mean, for Christ's sake, this was just holding a bucket of water. I don't know what the hell that's going to do. But listen, you know about me. I'm honest. I'm homegrown, you know?
Time! All right, no random children in the operating area. 30-second. Oh, I'm hearing myself. 30-second rebuttal round for the Hormone Monster, and go.
Hey man, I'm really glad you didn't have kids in the operating room. I mean, I've made a lot of mistakes, but that's pretty bad. Okay, look, another thing I realized is your nose gets red, my nose gets red when I'm excited too. I like a mixture of verbs. I like cavity searches. What are you gonna do, man? You and I, we could be friends. I can help you through puberty. It sounds like you've never sneezed in a lady's wee-wee. I can teach you how.
Time! All right, 30-second rebuttal round. Cavity Sam from Operation, and go.
I gotta get the earwax taken out of my ears because I don't understand what the hell he's saying. I mean, now look, the Hormone Monster. What's that? You've never heard of the Hormone Monster before? You know, it's the creature from the show that normalizes child pedophilia and pornography. Through the wonders of animation, everything's fine for these people. Yeah, that's good. You know, Hormone Monster, you spend so much time around 10-year-olds that you're one Subway sponsorship away from the whole world figuring it out, okay, buddy? I mean, and look, I've watched your show. You have one black female voiced by Jenny Slate, and the rest is Nick Kroll just trying to be funny. I mean, I don't get it. I don't understand.
Time! All right. Wow, what a throwdown. Some big accusations thrown out there.
Yeah, I have to disagree with the operation guy, Hal. Nick Kroll stopped trying to be funny years ago.
Oh, shots fired. Bring it up next time you see him at a UCB all theater meeting. Whoa. Let's go to Danny Fernandez.
Nick Kroll, I would just like you to know I am repped at CAA if you would like to contact my VO people. I do not feel the same way as everyone else here, so I'm definitely down to play a child or a monster or alternate. I can play Nick Kroll's Tethered. I'm fine doing that too. You guys both committed to this so hardcore. I was dying laughing. Cavity Sam, thank you for clearing up that there weren't children there where you were full blown butt ass naked. Thank you. Hormone Monster, I could like barely make out anything, but Dick Cheney was like the only thing. But you committed so hard to this that I was dying laughing. It sounded like you had inhaled 12 balloons. And so you had me laughing, like dying laughing, even though I only understood that in Ted Bundy, I think. So I got to give it to Hormone Monster.
All right. That is one for the Hormone Monster. Let's go to Brody Reed.
That was truly amazing. I do know both of these characters, fortunately. Hormone Monster, that was pitch perfect, absolutely. I concur with everything Danny said. What is the other guy's name? What is it?
Cavity Sam.
Cavity Sam. I did not know your name was Cavity Sam. And you also have other things wrong with you, right? Like your spleen and like your funny bone and things like that.
Let's not telecast that to everyone watching.
I'm sorry, I don't mean to go into your medical history.
Right,
I will say that, even though Hormone Monster was pitch perfect, I had no idea what Cavity Sam sounded like. and you still hit it 100%. So I got to give it to Cavity Sam, I think.
Boom, we are all tied up. It comes down to Ashley and Jason, the award-nominated writers of Jupiter Jet comic book. What do you think?
I just want Nick Kroll to know that I will not play Cavity Sam in any movie, no matter what you ask. I mean, no matter how many pleasures you offer, I will say no. Ashley, what do you think?
I think it's really a shame that Gollum from Lord of the Rings somehow became even less comprehensible. The Ted Bundy thing was the only thing that I got. So when Danny referenced that and when it happened, it was frightening. I could understand everything that Cavity Sam said, but you remind me of one of my uncles, and unfortunately that's a negative. Except in a completely different language. So you both kind of scared me on a deep and personal level. So I'd love to hear what you think.
Well, I just want to say I've judged like 4 or 5 of these now. And Justin and Hal, I just want to thank you for giving me the most nightmare fuel I ever could have gotten in one round was this one. So I want to thank you for that one. But oh my God, the commitment. I lean towards Cavity Sam because I know he doesn't have a spleen.
Okay, sure.
Yeah,
so let's go Cavity Sam.
Cavity Sam takes it 2-1. Zane Elderly.
Impartial judge. Congrats, Cavity Sam.
I'm so happy. That's wonderful.
Brody, part of the Red Nose Gang.
Red Nose Reindeers.
Okay, we'll see if Cavity Sam can make it. I want to thank Big Mouth's Hormone Monster, a.k.a. Roxy Shabastari. Can you give us just a little bit of wisdom before you go?
Yes, definitely. Don't get vaccinated. Take the horseworm medication.
Okay, Big Mouth Monster, Hormone Monster, Anti-Vaxxer, Roxy Shabastari. Wow. Thank you, Roxy.
I only just noticed that nose, I gotta say.
So, folks, all of the second round matchups are set, but before we move on, we have, it's no secret that Tournament of Nerds, the audience is a very faith-based audience. Strong Christian values, many followers, many worshipers, and we like fellowship here as much as possible, spreading the word. So before we move on to the next round, we've got with us Father McMurphy, who's here to redeem some of the horrible sinners who have been messing up during lockdown and quarantine. Let's welcome Father McMurphy.
Settle, everyone. Father McMurphy says settle, and welcome back to Mass. I noticed over pandemic, Zoom Mass attendance was weak. Our virtual pews were empty. Except for Derek, I couldn't get rid of him. Trudy, it's good to see your ass back in Mass. All right, flock. 10 Hail Marys for anyone who sinned it up over the past year, times all of you, that's 3,000 Hail Marys. But first, announcements. Actually, I'm still mad. Josephine over here, she didn't want to quarantine alone, but the neighbors saw all the traffic in and out of your apartment. You had more men than I have fish fillet on Good Friday. More encounters than Jesus' disciples. Well, I hope you're keeping hydrated. Speaking of frosted rings, today is Donut Day. And your congregates were all degenerates in the quarantine, and you know it. Garrett spent his unemployment not on the collection plate here, but on slots online. The gambling slots, not the other kind. Oh, what's happened to your minds? Most unsavory. Ricardo spent his stimulus checks on Lord knows what. Well, he knows, and he told me. Spooky skeletons, did you need so many? Your Halloween graveyard was great, and you paid for 40 of those, but you didn't even come to the church graveyard and pay your respects there. Franklin, I saw your hot tub live streams on Twitch, and I expect to see you in confession. And in rehab, that was a lot of White Claw. All right, everyone, I saw you all had plenty of time to exercise in the pandemic, but didn't. Our nuns exercised. They exercised like 9 demons. Also, Sister Mary Catherine threw her back out twerking. Lord, hear our prayer. Latecomers, welcome. No sitting in your own pew anymore unless you're still on your pandemic diet of root beer and flaming hot Cheetos. Derek always sits in his own pew, if you know what I mean. We've got to get you on those communion wafers and off of the Nilla wafers. 10 rosaries and a bless you for anyone with a COVID cough. Bless you. Now, when no one showed for our live masses, I joined TikTok and I saw all of the dances. Mrs. Flannery, did you really have to go so low during the Flow Rider Challenge? So low. Remember, everyone, you can wash your hands, but you can't sanitize your souls. Now, hear our prayers. Lord, purify these putrid people. Amen. Also, anyone who eats the last jelly donut is going straight to hell. I've laced them with ivermectin, not for the COVID, but for your herpes. Basically, if you had all prayed a little bit harder during the COVID pandemic, we would all be out here a little bit sooner. And don't let me see you back here without any dollars.
Wow. That is good stuff from Father McMurphy. I mean, is it just me, or was Father McMurphy's whole flock just out of pocket during the pandemic? They were just like,
I'm telling you, we're spoiled riches with these accents. Get her and Dairy Girls, please.
Yeah, absolutely.
Spoiled.
That was, by the way, that was the very funny Caitlin Burt, and playing Father McMurphy. Great stuff. Thank you, Caitlin, for bringing a little bit of a little bit of holiness to the proceedings here. Justin, do you recall? Are you there, Justin?
What?
Oh my God!
No,
there he is.
What's happening? There we go.
There we go. Justin, this is the time of the show where you and I kind of put our heads together and we're like,
put me back on mute. I can't. I don't know.
Okay. Well, I feel like. Okay. Oh
no, it's Cameron Poe. Something. It just came to me, Hal.
Yes.
It's Cameron Poe versus Miles from Sideways.
Got it. Boom. Representing Cameron Poe, Jason Wayne Christian, and representing Miles from Sideways, Michael Brown.
Two men both in their own prisons.
You know, they're opponents right now, but there's a world where these two are thick as thieves. Let's get a minute on the clock for Cameron Poe from Con Air, Jason Wayne, and go.
Well, as I said, I believe in creative problem-solving violence in airplanes, from the Cessna T210 to the Turbo Centurion to the Boeing 737. But when it comes to wine, after the prison wine I've had, I must admit I'm more of a beer and Cool Ranch Doritos guy. Also, in retrospect, perhaps giving Baby O my coconut snowballs was a bad idea since he is diabetic. I've never, though, met a sommelier before in my life, and it is an honor. If I was a wealthy, more complicated man, I'd love to get your pairing for nice hors d'oeuvres and wine while riding in a G6, a real luxury aircraft. Now, I admit one of the many things I did that landed me back in prison was to throw a dead arsonist named Pinball from the plane with a message for the police to find. Thankfully, we weren't on a Beechcraft Bonanza, or he would have liquefied on landing. But then again, in a Beechcraft Bonanza, I would have had more room when I saved the bunny I got from my baby girl from Billy Bedlam. First time I ever killed a man in such a confined space. I also believe
All right, minute on the clock. Miles from Sideways, go.
Hey, that's the nicest anybody's ever been to me in my life. It said such nice things. I'd love to go to take you to Napa Valley and show you some wine. He's an American hero, but I've calmed down now. And God help me, I want to win this thing. This is the furthest I've ever gotten in a contest in my life. You're a dumb hick. You're a dumb hick from the South, and you were stupid to get locked in prison. You could have pled self-defense. There was a stupid thing to do. It's good that you did, because then you were on the plane and you could save the people. So that's great, and not something I'm going to criticize you from. But when you say beer, you like beer. You like. I can't even say the words. I'm sorry. I tried to calm down.
Time. All
30
right.
second
Still
rebuttal
can't
round.
believe he's not in a hotel.
Hello.
All right. 30-second rebuttal. Cameron Poe.
Well, I want you to believe in yourself, young man. I know you don't mean those hurtful words, and like I tell my baby girl, believe in yourself, because if you were a plane, you would be a Piper Saratoga. Now, as a white Southern prisoner, I did manage to save my black best friend and a Hispanic lady guard, so I think I'm ahead of the curve. At least I'm no Messerschmitt Me-163 Comet, the widely agreed upon worst aircraft in history. I even had to sit next to the psychopath, that Marietta Mangler, who appreciated the irony of Leonard Skinner being played by a bunch of idiots celebrating a riot, despite that very band themselves perishing for the most part in a terrible plane crash.
All right. Some obscure aircraft references. 30-second rebuttal. Miles from Sideways, and go.
You mentioned your best friend. I don't have a best friend anymore. I was best friends with Jack Cole, and he was such a jerk. He was really a jerk, kind of a jerk. You have stupid long hair. Stupid long hair and a stupid accent. I have to win this thing. I'm sorry. You don't know anything about wine.
Time. All
Hal,
right.
I can't
Wow.
imagine either of these guys winning anything, but someone has to win this.
Justin, someone from this matchup right here, going to the finals. And I do like that Miles from Sideways, Paul Giamatti's character referenced the Thomas Hayden Church character. And shout out to Thomas Hayden Church, Sandra Oh, and Virginia Madsen.
A couple of the other characters from that movie.
There you go. Let's go to Jason and Ashley. Jason and Ashley, what'd you think about this?
I just have a question, because all my memories are from the before time. Is there team ups?
No, there are only 3 judges.
Oh, I wanted to propose a team up. So
I know.
bad. It
I
would've been
know.
so
Justin, maybe. Oh, the audience.
No, StreamYard can't do it. StreamYard.
I know.
Down the road. By the way, if you're watching on Twitch, please let us know who you thought won in the chat. I should have been saying that all along. Let us know who you thought won. And Ashley, Jason, sorry, no team ups for the time being.
Oh, I'm so devastated.
I mean, I love that. First of all, like, the commitment to the performance here are amazing. Like, I could watch entire movies of both of your characters, and in fact, I did. But I love how nice you are to each other. But Poe, you son of a bitch, Cool Ranch Doritos, I'm in.
All right. Sometimes you got to play the snack card. Poe got him with that. 1-0 Cameron Poe. Brody Reed, please weigh in.
Yeah, I'm loving both of your atmospheres. To me, it kind of feels like you're both trapped in a prison of your own making. One that's inflicted by the state, and one that's inflicted by the self. And I really dig with that. Poe did say something earlier where he's talking about how he saved the friends, he saved his colored friends' lives and stuff like that. And it kind of reminded me of all of my white friends who are constantly reminding me that they saved my life, and I could not be more over that. So that's kind of a demerit, I gotta say. And to the Sideways character, once again, really sad. Love that. Love your sad energy. I think I gotta give it to you just out of pity. I think you really need to win, and I shudder to think what would happen if you didn't get to move on. So
all right. Yeah. Brody Reed vibing with that sad energy. And as we all know, Brody Reed, one of the foremost goths on Twitter.
That's
Hell
right.
yeah. So we're all tied up 1-1. Let's go to Danny Fernandez.
I just want to echo what everyone is saying, that y'all are killing it in this round. I felt like I was there. I want to say I felt like I was in these films. I want to say Cameron, if I can call you Cam, I feel like we're friends now. I respect you FaceTiming from prison. Like, I respect that you got someone to smuggle an iPhone in their butt to get you to do this with us. So thank you. Also, that it's daytime. I don't know where you are, clearly in another country. But I also, Miles, I love the dumb hit. I love that you're having a complete breakdown before our eyes. And for that, I have to give it to Miles. Both of you are great, though. Both stellar.
Miles takes it. Michael Brown, moving on. Jason Wayne Christian, great stuff. Can Cameron Poe give us any wisdom before he departs?
Well, I just want to say to Miles, I want you to believe in yourself. And even if I can't make it, I'm so honored and thrilled that you can. And like I said, whether you want to think of yourself as a Dassault Falcon 50 or a Piper PA-12 Super Cruiser, just know that you're going to soar through the sky like a brilliant airplane. And I want you to go to the final round and solve things with creative thinking, violence, and aircrafts.
Very beautiful, very beautiful. Once again, no one can picture any of the aircrafts that you mentioned, but that was lovely.
They got wings.
Okay, all right, on the right track. Miles from Sideways, we'll see you in the finals. Justin, there's another matchup.
This one, I'm pretty.
What? Yeah.
Tyler Perry.
Yes.
Versus Cavity Sam.
Bam.
Two of your favorite.
Two of the foremost filmmakers working today. Cavity Sam, Tyler Perry, repped by Jay Washington, and Cavity Sam, our reigning Tournament of Nerds heavyweight champion of the world, Zane Bruce Elderly. Let's get a minute on the clock. Tyler Perry going first. Jay Washington, and go.
I need you to stop, hold that scene, put your shirt back on, take it back off, apply oil, then cry this time. Okay? No, pick up the wig. We have a budget for wigs. I see I have to be going against another white guy. That's what this industry has always been. Why is Cavity Sam wearing a Medea dress? We have a tight budget around here. Look, I will do a comparison of my movies to Cavity Sam's pieces. Boo 2, a Medea Halloween, $49 million. His Broken Heart, $100. Diary of a Mad Black Woman, $50 million. His Writer's Cramp, $200. Medea's Big Happy Family, his Wishbone is $300. What I am saying is, as Tyler Perry, as God's gift to black people and black men who get to audition for me, I got a Boondocks episode canceled. Do you understand that? You know what's been canceled by Cavity Sam? Cavity Sam, because he looks like he uses the N-word. You see that hair? Those curls up there scream nothing but the N-word in 1920.
My God.
His Charlie
Time. Oh man, you know that shots fired at that old timey haircut. Let's get a minute on the clock for Cavity Sam and go.
How dare you? Okay, this hair is a condition. Okay, 1 and 2. You're gonna say all those terrible things. Well, now you're gonna feel like a jackass. Okay, I was dropped by my insurance. All right, they said that the wishbone was a pre-existing condition. So Well, Cavity Sam's going to have to do it himself, okay? I hope you're happy, Tyler. That's fine. That's fine. I've seen the game done 1,000,000 times before. This will be fine. And I can also take down Tyler Perry to make a small incision here. Yeah! Oh, wow! Well, I got to get some anesthesia. Let me tell you, that's rough. Oh, Tyler Perry. Tyler Perry, let me tell you, sorry, nope, they hit a nerve. That's my fault. Tyler Perry, you have produced more overrated content than Oprah Winfrey's book club has endorsed, okay? That's another side of the wall there. Woo! Boy, this is not as fun as the kids make it out to be, let me tell you. Oh, my God. Oh, Tyler, I hear you're packing up your Georgia studio over the heartbeat abortion bill. Good for you. Oh, no, wait, I read that wrong. You're going to stay despite the bill. Oh, that'll make for a great subplot in one of your films. Good work, Tyler.
Time. All right. Love it when Tournament of Nerds gets political. Let's get 30 seconds on the clock for Tyler, rebuttal, and go.
How does it feel having the Affordable Health Care Act be the reason you can't get your surgery because of your pre-existing conditions that sometimes are overlooked, but depending on how Obamacare is done, it can help you out, white guy. Also, your pre-existing condition isn't your wishbone. It's your nose that's done by a lot of cocaine. That's what that is. Also, you have sides that they buzz if somebody touches them. You don't want anybody inside you. If I have men inside me, I give them careers, and they're non-union. Okay, you remember that.
One second. I don't time. All right. Wow. Let's get another 30 seconds on the clock. Rebuttal round for Cavity Sam and go.
I got my hand stuck inside me. The hole is not big enough. That's fine. That's fine. I can do this. Hey, Tyler, when are you going to make Diary of an Angry Theater Goer? You sold us this plot before. Or how about Tyler Perry Presents Extremely Loud and Incredibly Close? Those are the movies we're getting, man. Well, I guess we'll just have to endure 6 more Boo Madea sequels and the revival of the Browns on Paramount Plus. Yeah, that's keeping me subscribing. Oh, I got it. Holy God, look at the whole shit. That's the spare rib. That is not the wishbone. Oh,
Time. Wow, they're still true to the size of the game, even though it's coming at him. But you know what? You learn a lot on Tournament of Nerds. What a throwdown. One of these men is going to the finals. Let's start with Brody Reed.
Wow, I feel very strongly about this one. Geez Louise, where do I start? Tyler, your movies are terrible. I've seen all of them. I don't know why
my audience knows what my audience likes. You are not my audience. But thank you for your money.
I have to say that I do love that you were done before your time limits both times, which just goes to show you how fast you work, but also how shoddy your work is. No offense. Sorry, I didn't mean to do my own burns. Mr. Cavity, Sir Cavity. Great digs. I love the thing that you said. That when you said it, I forgot what it was. I have a very bad short-term memory. Hey, maybe I should get a surgery. Am I right? Okay. Honestly, thank you so much for that laugh. Really scored some points for you. Really tipped the scales. Really like that you're using props in the second round. Can't wait to see what props are using into the third round because I'm voting for you. And Tyler, you can
boom. All right, 1-0, Cavity.
You will not work in Atlanta, Hollywood ever.
I know.
Anywhere else.
Time.
All right, Tyler Perry reminding us he's helped a lot of non-union shirtless folks. Let's go to Danny Fernandez.
Oh my gosh, can I go last? I want to be like
what
the
if there isn't
tiebreaker.
a last?
I don't know. It's so tied up in my head. I'll take my chances.
Let's work it out.
Okay. All right. Well, I was gonna say I love
rub your nipples.
I love Tyler's acting because I felt like it was. I loved in the first round that he pretended like Jordan Peele would actually give him his real number. Like that was really funny to me. And all of the union references to helping also need a Billboard reference in there though. I'm just gonna add that because we all know that works out for people when you buy a big billboard to get Tyler Perry's attention. Cavity Sam, are you okay?
I really underestimated this one. They make it look so much easier.
I am in love with this. You're doing surgery on yourself, and you're slowly slipping before our very eyes. I don't know. It's still tied for me. I don't know how to pick between these two. I wish there were team ups.
Right now it's 1-0 Cavity Sam, and there's one vote after you. So,
oh, you know what? Yes, then I will. That is great. I got to give it to Tyler Perry. I want to make somebody else do that.
You guys hear the fear in her voice when she said that?
This is a fucking person convention. A great moment in sports. Let's go to Jason and Ashley.
Mr. Perry, you said a thing about men's careers, and I just want to say that I'm proficient in Google Docs, Adobe applications, experience with Final Draft, and I like a nice Merlot. So if you're available on Monday night, I would love to talk about my 401k and my health options. Thank you, sir. Ashley?
Well, I get 50% of everything you make. So I suppose with that in mind, it's in my best interest to vote for Tyler Perry. Also, because Cavity Sam has legitimately made me physically uncomfortable, which I applaud.
Okay, I'm all right.
I have to say, I do have to give major props to Cavity Sam for all the prop work. I did not expect a bloody tournament of nerds tonight. So even though our vote is going to Tyler Perry, kudos.
Jason, I'm always secretly cutting myself right below the camera.
Wow.
That makes the show better for me.
Wow.
Oh, Justin, let's talk about that off air, please. And thank you, Jason and Ashley. Tyler Perry, you are going to the finals. Jay Washington, great stuff. But don't want to move on without telling Zane Guzelderly. First off, great
final word from Cavity Sam.
Yes,
Somebody
please.
call me an ambulance, please. This was a terrible idea. I will sit through every Tyler Perry movie if he will just call me an ambulance, please. I am at 473 Watercress Drive, please.
Time.
Zane Guzelderly, well done. Great. Justin, either way, to all night tonight, but that round was a win-win. Either way we went.
Couldn't done wrong.
Yeah. But Jay Washington deservedly moving on. So, Justin, this is the time where you and I said we'd vamp a little bit so people have time to prepare their arguments for the next round. So
yeah, I remember that.
I'm going to ask we have a good audience on Twitch tonight. Thanks everybody that tuned in. And
are we taking questions? Are we opening this up to questions?
Yeah, let's. If you're watching us on Twitch right now, just throw us some questions for the judges or for us, and or just general questions, and we'll give some opinions. Let's see what we got so far. Matt, Danny, I don't know if this is awkward or not, but your Simps are watching. You've got some Simps in the audience.
Oh, hi, friends. Yes.
Oh, fuck yeah. So Danny, thank you for sending.
That's my family. That's my, who hurt Justin. Wow.
Hell yeah. Danny Fernandez, Simp Army. Thank you for joining us.
Yes, thank you for putting up arms. What is the saying? I don't know, you guys. Is that what it's to? I don't know, but isn't there like I combining two? It doesn't matter. I'm here. I'm present.
Listen, if you were a queen on Game of Thrones, they would be your bannermen.
Yes. Okay. Thank you.
I don't know. That's a reference.
They'd be your eunuchs.
Oh, hell yeah. Okay. How did so someone's asking how did Don't Breathe get a sequel? Anyone want to comment on that?
I do. I think it's really weird because at the end of Don't Breathe, he was like a sexual predator. Sorry to spoil that. So then they made the sexual predator the hero in this next one. They the whole turkey baster thing did not need to happen at all. I was actually in his corner, kill these kids. But then when that happened, I was like, yeah, no, we don't need another sequel. Unless you would like me to be in it, the third one again, I am repped at CAA, so please, unless you would like me to be in and Don't Breathe 3, then I take
Daniel
back. Please wipe
Fernandez.
this from the internet.
Shilling like a boss. Crippling debt. Thank you for that. Crippling student debt. Okay, here's a question. How can any of you not have seen Big Trouble in Little China? So you're getting called out for not seeing Kurt Russell.
That movie came out like 80 years ago.
Yeah, I mean, it's old. So there's an age thing, but it's also a classic. So some people, I don't know.
Whoa.
There's a
I've seen
classic until it's over 50 years old.
I've seen that movie, and I don't know if I would call that a classic.
A cult classic. Let's go. All right. Here's a question for everybody. Is there like a movie that you're super embarrassed to admit that you haven't seen where people are like, oh my God, you know, like Brody said, film Twitter would be like all up in arms if you admitted it. Let's start with the judges. Ashley and Jason, any thoughts?
I'm not embarrassed by anything I haven't seen.
Yes. A couple. Ashley, you've been, you know what? You've been living your truth, and you've like very forthright about that tonight. So I appreciate that.
Thank you.
I would lie. You know what? And I've done it. Like when I'm hosting stuff on Screen Junkies, a lot of times I'll have to people will bring up a movie, and I'll be like, yeah, oh, of course. I love that. Meanwhile, I haven't seen it, but I got to keep I can't bring everything to a screeching halt. So every once in a while, you got to do that. So I appreciate where you're coming from, Ashley. When I'm out there, I'm a fucking liar. So
Wow, fake nerd boy. Fake nerd boy.
sometimes you got to, sometimes you got to fake it till you make it. So half and half. Jason, is there one that
there isn't. I've never seen The Godfather Part 3 because I've always heard it's bad, but that's not really a really great one I never finished the trilogy. I said, I'm done.
I watched it within the past couple of years. So as I finally got around to it. And it's
The more important question is, have you seen Sofia Coppola's Marie Antoinette?
Oh, of course. How could I not?
True classic.
How could I
of her
not?
oeuvre.
I'm gonna watch it tomorrow.
Y'all, it happened again.
Oh no!
Uh-oh.
Oh no! He's on a plane. What kind of plane is that?
Well, now it's not a plane anymore because it can't fly.
Oh.
How's your baby girl?
Oh, hold on, that's her right now.
How did you get a cell phone in prison?
I told you somebody smuggled in to their butt so they can FaceTime.
Danny, is there a movie you could admit to us that you haven't seen it and you're like, I hate to admit
Yeah,
it, but-
absolutely. I like Ashley have also not seen Con Air. Big Trouble Little China. It just sounds racist, so I always assumed it was, but maybe it's not. It just sounded like it was white people. I don't know. I'll have to go and look back at that. What else? Oh, Scarface. But when I tweeted out and said is it worth watching? People were like, yeah, it's exactly. So I was like, oh, okay. I think he's supposed to be Cuban or Colombian or something. I was like, oh, okay. Okay. Yeah, I haven't seen that.
Right on. Yeah, no, I hear you. He's definitely appropriating that a little bit and playing a character that's not true to him. Thank you, Danny. Brody.
Yeah, the first Medea family reunion. I only saw the second one because my car was getting worked on, and fortunately I was able to follow the plot. But I should probably go back and re-up on it. And also to that end, the last Big Mama's House I did not see. Where Martin Lawrence has a son, didn't see it, and don't tell anybody that. I'll lose my black card.
All right. Please, let's make a commitment not to out Brody on that.
Thank you so
much. Justin?
Hal, as you know, I hate modern cinema. And God, I'm not embarrassed. Frankly, I'm embarrassed that you people watch these movies. I haven't seen, until this last Suicide Squad, I hadn't seen a DC movie since the last Nolan Batman.
Oh, wow.
I've only ever been able to make it 10 minutes into The Matrix. Those movies just seems just boring. I hate I hate most movies, Hal.
All right. What's the opposite of a cinephile? A cinephobe. Cinephobe?
TV guy.
Sounds like it.
To go see. I'm
You're
not,
afraid of movies.
I just don't like to go see movies I know I won't enjoy.
Right. I hear you. I have to watch, way too many that
And Hal, you know, you're one of my closest friends, but I can't fucking stand talking head movie things. You know that as well.
Oh, sure. No, I don't blame you.
I don't care what anyone has to say about any movie.
Although when I was a kid, I did love watching Siskel and Ebert.
I did too, yeah. But I didn't care what they had to say about the movies. It was just a good show.
Yeah, good show. It's fun seeing those guys interact. Have you ever seen that the outtakes of them having an argument?
Oh yeah, classic.
Oh, so good. Siskel and Ebert having an argument. Justin, what do you think? I think we gave everybody enough time to prepare some shit for the next round.
More than enough time.
All right. Justin, oh, there's the finals.
There it is.
Bam. Miles
Thank you,
from
modern
Sideways
technology.
versus.
Don't have to remember.
Thank you. Adam and Steve, once again, you guys on top of it. Appreciate hell yeah.
Yeah. There they are. I love that when we say your name.
Adam had a pan flute. Go back to Adam with that pan flute.
What? Oh, I'm sorry.
What are you like a woodland? Are you like a woodland half goat, half man?
No, of course not. I got this in Hawaii. Of course.
Oh,
I'm still learning.
Wow. The sound of distant shores. That was lovely. All
Beautiful.
right. So we have Miles from Sideways versus auteur, actor, and so much else, Tyler Perry. Let's get a minute on the clock for Miles from Sideways going first. Michael Brown versus Jay Washington. Michael Brown, minute on the clock. And go.
Okay, Mr. Perry, I know that I'm supposed to be insulting you here, and I know that I want to win this contest, but I would be a fool to. I don't know if you heard, but I am a writer, and I've developed a pitch for a TV show that I'm a huge fan of yours, by the way. The character's name is Jack Vino, and he goes around the country solving wine mysteries. He goes from town to town. They have problems with the wine. And he's like, oh, we got to figure out what's going on with the wine. Why is it so? What's the stuff? This is the stupidest idea. I am such an idiot. I am so sorry. I have humiliated myself. I'm just the worst. I am the worst. I'm just a pathetic little man, garbage freak who can't even. This is the opportunity of a lifetime, and I've completely. If you could give me another chance to come in, and I can really develop this thing, I think it would be a great role for you and maybe your other people who work at your company that I'm, as I said, a big fan of.
All right, maybe we'll see what Tyler Perry has to say about this pitch. Maybe not. Minute on the clock and go.
Please send in all of the angry, upset, dark-skinned women. Tell them they'll be playing for abuse victim number 2. Thank you. Also, I would like to say to the crybaby guy, sir, you are a very self-depressed, maniacal white man who happened to bring value and prestige, if you will, to the Merlot industry. So you took a job from another white woman. That is very sad. I just need you to know you are in movies that are about wine. I make people happy. My audience loves it. I gave Shamar Moore a dusty wig, and he was still sexy for a buyout role. Do you understand? I made Raquel Bailey. I am making her a star. She spent a billboard to get my attention. What you're doing to get attention is not the best way. You get attention with me without a shirt on. I mean, by coming to audition, sir. No, you have to cry more. Be tortured. No, listen, you're light skinned, you'll be okay. You're dark skinned, you're hurt. That is how the movies go. I don't have that.
5 seconds.
Okay, yeah.
Time. All right. Miles chomping at the bit. 30-second rebuttal round, and go.
Yeah, first of all, you said that I like Merlot. If you not listen to freaking thing that anybody said tonight, Merlot is the worst wine in the. It's for the White Lotus CEO. It's garbage wine. Pinot Noir is wine that changes like a human being. It gets better as it gets older. I have to believe that. It has its day. It starts off like a measly little grape, and then it winds into something strong and powerful that will really knock your socks off.
Time. All right. Passionate diatribe about Pinot Noir. And 30 seconds on the clock. Tyler Perry, go.
I like your passion. I like your energy. You might have a role on BET Plus. I'll have you playing the mailman. You can drink your wine, whatever, but I need you to keep your whiteness at bay. I don't appreciate it. This is a Tyler Perry production, okay? I don't hire writers because I am the writer. This here is genius. You understand what I'm saying? I made Cicely Tyson walk in a movie. She is 97 years old, and she did it for me. Tyler fucking Perry.
3 seconds. Time. Wow. These two gentlemen left it all on the field. They left it all on the field. Let's go to Ashley and Jason.
This is so hard. I'm so sad to be going first. Miles, from as one sad person to another sad white person, I see you, I hear you, I'm in your corner. Tyler Perry, I'm frightened of you. And as a white woman, you're never going to hire me. So I've got to defer and see what Jason thinks.
Well, I mean, Mr. Perry, I guess got to say that, fantastic tonight. And Miles, fantastic as well. But Mr. Perry, crybaby victim number 3.
Your resume. Just send over your resume.
Miles, I mean, you made the pitch. You made the pitch. You were fellow writers. I felt your pitch in the room. I respected your hustle. But
Jack
Mr. Perry
Vino.
got me with that last beat.
With the job offer.
With the job offer. I got to go, Mr. Perry. Do you agree? Sure. We're going, Mr. Perry.
All right.
Jason will be taking a pay cut. He'll have to move to Atlanta.
We are in a pandemic.
Yeah, you're going to have to work as an Atlanta local,
Look, I'm from Kansas. It's basically the same state.
Okay. Midwest, South. Sure. All right. 1-0. Tyler
They're equally racist. It works out.
Let's go to Danny Fernandez.
Ooh,
You're at CAA, right, Danny?
So, and
wow.
Tyler, I don't know if I want to be associated with. I do appreciate you pointing out the colorism in your own films. I did really appreciate that. Both of you are just so this is so heavy. You're both such. Oh, I wanted to say, Miles, I actually Googled Jack Vino, and I'm sorry, it's already on IMDb. Somebody already.
Of course.
I'm so sorry. I know you're close to walking into traffic. I'm concerned.
No, that's right. Thank you very much, Danny. No, that's right. Thank you.
I'm so sorry. Oh my gosh. I'm gonna have to go. I'm gonna force a tie. I'm gonna have to go with Miles. So we're all
right.
tied up.
1-1. And we go to
Excuse me for a
friend
second.
Brody.
Excuse me, Mr. Rudd. Excuse me, Mr. Rudd. You are going to leave this deciding vote of my future to a young black man who does not appreciate the black art I bring to the black community. I see the bias in this already.
Oh my goodness.
Interesting.
You know what? I disavow those statements, and I send it to our third judge, Mr. Brody Reed.
Wow. So it's so interesting because this is the only time I'll ever have power over Tyler Perry. So I really like that. Let's see. Sideways guy. I loved your pitch. Sounds great. Loved your balls. Love your elevator pitch. Once again, another sad move, and I love you for it. I'm in your corner. Mr. Perry, I do want to work again. And this is 100% true. I actually swore to my grandfather on his deathbed that if Tyler Perry was somehow in a Twitch TV show and I could vote for him, and I voted for him once, and then I didn't vote for him the second round, and then it got to the third round, that I would vote for him because I would think about my future. And yes, both of my grandparents were very specific. And then you had to go and talk some shit. And then you had to go and talk some shit.
Hey, Kenya, what's going on, man? What's going on? How many more ish shows you got?
Oh, don't even. Oh no, not Kenya. No, I'm trying to get lightish on the air. Trying to get light skin blacks on the air. But gosh, I think I'm gonna give it to my sad boy. I think I'm gonna go sideways. I think I'm gonna break the tie.
Thank you so much.
I think I'm gonna because I gotta go to a wine bar right after this. So he can maybe help me out with some tips. So.
Miles from Sideways, Michael Brown is our champion. He's the new Tournament of Nerds. Jay Washington, aka Tyler Perry, so good. Jay, I mean, many out there could have gone the other way with the vote. It was a real toss-up. Jay, or Tyler, any final thoughts?
I'm never gonna work for Tyler Perry in real life ever after this. I know it. With as much things I talk on Twitter already about him, plus this, it's over for me. This was fun as always, man. And when I found out who the judges were, I was like, this is too much pressure because all the judges are my friends tonight. I'm like, I hate this. I hate this so much. But no, this is always fun. Congratulations, Michael. Seriously. I'm still celebrating my birthday week, so I'm about to probably go and look at my bar over here and have a tequila or something. So congratulations.
Jay Washington, awesome as usual. So
where can people find you?
We have a new champion, Michael Brown, and again, Michael's first time doing Tournament of Nerds. Michael, any thoughts or?
Just thank you so much for having me. It's really hard to do that voice for an extended period of time. Thanks. Just thank you and happy birthday to Jay.
Thank you. Yes. I'm black. It was Wednesday, so I'm still celebrating until probably next Wednesday. So you got a whole week. But thank you so much.
Jay, thanks, man. And Michael, thank you so much. If you want to shout out, tell folks where they can find you on social media, whatever.
We can both go, I think.
Do it at the same Michael time. And Jay.
I'm on Twitter at I'm Michael Brown. I am Michael Brown. And that's it.
Awesome. Mr. Jay Washington?
Twitter, Instagram, Mr. Jay Washington. Blurs in the Hood every Tuesday and Thursday, 6 p.m. Pacific, 9 p.m. on the East Coast. Me and Winston A. Marshall, we talk about a whole lot of stuff in pop culture, news, sports, entertainment, politics, and more from a Blurs perspective, and we are unapologetically black. That is YouTube and Twitch.tv/Blurs in the Hood, BLERDS, the letter NTHEHOOD. I'll be wrestling in Compton, California tomorrow night for Slauson Slam, performing stand-up Thursday at the Comedy Store. I know you're like, wait, he does all this? Yep, and still trying to avoid Tyler Perry for the rest of the week. Cool.
Jay, before you go, I should know this, I think. What is your wrestling name?
I mean, it's just me. It's the Urban Gladiator Jay Washington.
Oh, okay.
The Urban Gladiator Jay Washington. You literally know what it is.
Gotcha. Michael and Jay, thank you so much. Danny Fernandez, awesome. Always great to have you. Please tell us where we can find you, and tell folks where they can simp on you.
Oh my gosh, you can simp at Ms. Danny Fernandez, MSDANIFERNANDEZ. Thank you guys again for having me. And thank you both, Jay. And then I just keep calling you Miles. Michael.
That's fine. Michael, yes.
Yes. Okay, great. No, I want to get your real name. I just I wrote down Miles, but I already know Jay. But yeah, I just want to say thank you both for bringing the heat tonight. You both did so amazing and entertained me. I was laughing over here. quite a bit. I was gonna say quite a fucking bit, but I censored myself, but then I said it.
Right on. You know what? Say it.
Quite a fucking bit.
Hell yeah. Danny, we love having you. Thank you so much. Ashley and Jason, you guys are the best. Please tell folks where. Please, if you wouldn't mind telling us, just let us know where what your comic is and where people can explore that, and anything else.
So our comic is Jupiter Jet and the Forgotten Radio. You can buy it on Amazon bookstores anywhere. I was just nominated for a Ringo Award for Best Kids Comic / Graphic Novel of 2020. So if you're a comics professional and you're watching this, go vote. It's awesome. We'd really love to win that if possible.
We lost the last 2 times. We would like to win this time.
Yeah, we don't want to be a 3-time losing. But anyways, we do a podcast together called Geek History Lesson. You
Which
can find it
Danny and Hal and Jay have been on.
has all been on. So geekhistorylesson.com, Apple, Spotify, all that stuff. And you can find me everywhere at Jawin. That's Jawin. Yes, I picked a difficult acronym. And I just want to say congrats. Not only, gentlemen, were you great. This was a great show. And Hal, you gorgeous man. Thank you for always having me here. And Justin, you gorgeous man. Thank you also for also having me here. But I want to say congrats to a first-time Tournament of Nerds judge.
I want to say thank you. I'm usually the one in the audience taking pictures. So this was a real thrill. Also, as the only non-comedian, I felt a lot of pressure. So thank you for having me. And please follow me on Twitter and Instagram at Ashley V. Robinson. The V is very important because Ashley Robinson is a WNBA player. I don't want to fight Grecio.
Right on. And I will say, Ashley, you've debated at Tournament of Nerds before, and you're just like, you are a naturally magnetic person and a performer.
He's so mad. He's so mad to be here right now.
The entire show while you were performing, she was like, "I've got to get a cat cameo. I got to get a cat cameo."
I know. I'm so glad we got a cat cameo after the 2 cat shout outs.
We appreciate it.
And
he'll send you his 1099 tomorrow,
and he'll get the same amount as everybody, 0. I just want to thank Brody Reed, who had to jet. Truth be told, Brody has a social life, and he's awesome having him, and he's so glad to have him here. We had him at the live show before, and you can follow him on Twitter at AO Brobro, AYO Bro, AYO Bro at AO Brobro. Thank you, Brody Reed. Awesome stuff. Justin, any final thoughts?
No. Hey, wait a minute.
Oh my God. There we go. Zane Guzelderly.
Could feel that breeze.
Well, Zane, I think you're muted.
I was muted. I said, Miles, congratulations. Great work.
Thank you. Great work to you too, Cavity.
Jay, Cameron Poe. How many times have you seen Con Air, man?
You want the honest answer?
Yeah, I do. I want the honest answer. That accent was
Twice.
ridiculous.
And the second time was honestly, I submitted the character as an excuse to watch the movie again today.
Awesome.
I was ready for you. I was coming. I was ready for you. I was going to cut it out of myself. I swear to God.
It is one of the best bad movies you will ever get a chance to see. Irredeemable and goes for every low-hanging joke possible, but with such incredible gusto, you can't help but enjoy it. I highly recommend it. It's incredible.
They don't make enough convicts on planes movies anymore.
If I would have made it to the 3rd round, there would have just been a list of plane movies.
Thanks everybody. And anyone else? Any other plugs? Any other plugs? All right. I want to thank once again our producers, Adam and Steve.
Great job, Adam and Steve, as always.
Yeah. You guys are the best. Yes. And thanks everybody who watched. Thanks to all of our debaters, performers, Caitlin Burt with her mid-show bit, and our judges. We'll see you next time, and probably the 3rd Saturday of next month. But we'll put it out there.